Google. I can discover something from cognitive constructivism of Piaget into Google. I can do it. So if I know these books, I have now the tools, I can say I have now the tools to use this kind. However, look to this. This is a 100 years old surgery room. This is a new surgery room. What do you think if I would be Harry Potter with a wand and I will succeed to invite a searcher from here and to place it here? In my opinion, she or he will die once again because they will see in a glass some faces talking and they will heart attack die once again. Well, what if I consider to pick up the teacher from the first school in Romania, 1495, the first school in Romania in Brașov, it was. And I will place the teacher here in Cambridge University. I think she or he will continue from the point they left the idea when they died. Because nothing from the architectural ecosystem of school was changed in 500 years. Furniture, the same one, maps. These are some plates, but they are the size of the iPad, and I can use them. Nothing is changed. And nothing is changed all over the world. This is a classroom in Bucharest. These are classrooms in Brazil, United States, Nigeria, England, St. Petersburg. Nothing is changed. The architectural ecosystem is the same from 500 years. How should I change myself if I enter in the same classroom from 500 years? Yeah? However, my only reason that I'm still going on the path 32 years in a row is this image, is this face, is the joy of understanding. I'm happy to go to the school. This is a real school in Brașov. Teacher is Adriana Nica, primary teacher school. And 2 days per week they are coming, no, they have their laptops at school. And they are not carrying anymore baggages with books and whatever. They are learning here. They do not play solitaire. They are learning. They are using educational content. They are happy. Look to these faces. They are happy. They are really happy. Doing something nice at school. So, people are saying technology. And your question was a very good one. I don't know where, I think yours, regarding, well, why IT people are promoting e-learning. Because everywhere IT people promoting e-learning, I think, so people are seeing technology. However, I'm talking about process, people, and culture. This is more important than technology. Technology is coming and it's going. It's volatile. Today is one technology, tomorrow will be another one, and so on. We use Flash so many years, now we are using HTML5 or Unity. Who knows what will be tomorrow? So process, people, and culture. And this way, e-learning is a pedagogical process. It's not an IT product. And E comes from enhance, nothing to do with electronics. Okay. Until now, we developed pedagogical structures, so the project should be on 5 elements. Of course, I need digital curriculum based on a pedagogical strategy when I develop it. Yes. This is digital curriculum based on Bloom-Anderson taxonomy. Of course, I need technology, of course, I need connectivity, but I need professional development. I need improved learning methods. Without any of these 5 elements, the project is empty. You cannot discuss about learning if you do not have one of these 5 elements. Of course, I need to put standard here score. You can if I develop something. But I need to improve learning for the teachers, improve learning methods. And I will show you a picture with this. I have to train the teachers again and again and again in pedagogy and in using this. We transferred this in around 30 countries now. I'm a traveler, as I told you already. From Kazakhstan to Northern Africa, from Dubai to UK, we have our signature in a way or another. Complex collaborative projects, and I will discuss about complex virtual laboratories, fluid digital textbooks, reusable learning objects, thousands of content in a free public library that people can take it. You ask why people do not use it. I will discuss about why people do not use it. For the Ministry of Education, a lot of applications for management, that is also learning. For teachers, training, a wonderful authoring tool, able to offer to the teacher the support for creating wonderful content, educational content, e-content, just like this. The name is Wand. You notice probably that I like those Harry Potter. Bookdrop converters, augmented reality or immersive applications. And let me show you and let me tell you something. Well, probably you consider that that is me. What I consider is that after 32 years of using computer as a complementary tool for education, I still consider that the best invention that human beings did on this earth is this book. The book with files. That is what I consider, because in this book I'm immersive in the story. If I'm reading Harry Potter, I am Harry Potter. If I'm reading mathematics, I am Euler. If I'm reading poems, I am the author of the poem. I'm inside. It's not discontinuous. I'm not saying, oops, now I'm at the page 49. I'm going out of the page 49. I fill the page. Oops, 50. Surprise. No, I'm not saying this. I'm saying like this. However, look what I can create with a typical book. So that is at least what we can do by using a classical book. Let's see the solar system, if I want to discuss about solar system. That is an extremely inexpensive technology. I can use it. I can create thousands of classical books with enhanced, augmented reality inside. They ask me, what if the earth is empty or not? So I can offer this kind of approach. Page by page. Yes? What if I pick up the Mars from the solar system and I will see in my book collapsing the solar system? And I can describe it in a mathematical way if I want, in a physical way if I want, in a philosophical way if I want, religious way if you mention. I don't. That is endless. But that is the book I believe in. Okay. Good. I think something is wrong. I'm sorry for this. You see, that is the best demonstration that I'm right. Because if I'm in the classroom and something like this is happening, what am I going to do? Alright, let's take it once again. And we'll go further. I'm sorry for this, but this is the reality. You know? One of the projects we developed is this project-based learning on multitouch table. When we develop cross-curricular curriculum, cross-subject curriculum, starting from the idea that, okay, today we are making mathematics, physics, chemistry, go home, however in life it's not like this. In life it's as you see. And we developed a lot of applications, that is, great migrations. What if cells migrated to east instead of west? How Europe would look today. Here is another application. Let's build a city without oil. And they have all the parameters here, and they create a city without oil by using the wind and the sun. Here is atomic plant, and is a particular application for Chernobyl. We are engineers in Chernobyl, and we develop the atomic plant. We create it. But we have to learn about economics, politics, history at that age, and then we create the atomic plant. Then something wrong has happened, as it was happening in Chernobyl, and it's up to us to obey to the political orders that are coming from Moscow, such as do not announce media, do the engineers to do that, put the technicians to do that, or to obey to the scientific knowledge that we got until now, and to save Chernobyl. Otherwise, we'll have a virtual atomic bomb on the table. I told you magic wand, operating tool, and the end of all these processes that we developed, we succeed to train around 150,000 teachers on 4 levels. Basic ICT competencies, IT as a complementary tool in education, improved learning methods for using computers in education, creating of original content that teachers learn how to do it. A lot of awards for this effort. The best educational content in the world considered to be in 2005 and 2013, our products, and more than 200 national and international big recognitions, and that is a lot of support. So inspiring science education came in this environment, which is how to let the students to create their own experiments, hands-on, to create something, with the help of the teachers, of course. We have in Romania around 6,000 teachers from almost 700 schools who participated to this effort. And the results are amazing. These are students from Eforie, National College, Carmen Silva, Eforie Sud, is a place near the seaside, and they created intelligent clothes to measure in real time parameters of health for people, to transfer the information to the hospital or to the person who is in charge, who is the health office guy, for instance. They created drones, they created a lot of hands-on experiments. They created drones by themselves using a 3D printer, then putting some sensors, programming the sensors, and using the drones for this kind of a lot of possibilities. What's next? That is what scientists says, that we have 4D printing in several years. We have quantum computing, gesture control, cognitive expert advisor, machine learning, natural language questioning answering. Do you know what does it mean? That means that the job of IT expert will be a very cheap one, because everybody will be able to develop project programs. Augmented reality, virtual reality, however, will still have to be placed in a pedagogical framework. And taking into the consideration the 9 gold standards required for content, we can say that, well, augmented reality, on my opinion, is not answering only to the first step. The same virtual reality, 3D printing, class reusable learning objects, project-based learning, any kind of content that we are using here will be isolated, useless. If you put everything inside, could be something. However, that is me in 2016. I am a teacher. That is me. I received from my daughter an iPad. I'm very glad that I received it. She asked me, how am I dealing with the iPad? And I said, perfect. It's the best tool that I ever got. That is, dear colleagues, face reality. That is me. You know, that is me, Professor Jugureanu. Because I can say, well, I'm a genius in using computer in the classroom. No, I'm not. You saw 2 minutes ago a blue screen. I'm afraid of the blue screen. What if I'm putting the mouse to the ear, considering that it's a phone? There are a lot of things that I'm afraid of when I'm in the class. Why should I use it? Why should I use computer if I am the best teacher with the blackboard? Why should I do it? That is me. Look at me. That is me. Me with my blackboard. Me with my piece of chalk. Talking with a piece of chalk very kindly. Dear piece of chalk, look to me how smart I am. How elegant can I solve a math problem? Behind me, students alone. To make the step to this one is very difficult. You have to understand what you have to do, and you have to be trained. You have to read a lot. The first step. That is good. What I learned after 32 years is that collaborative learning is the best approach for using computer science in I can see in education. These are Romanian children in Bucharest, open space, collaboration, project-based. This is what they are doing there. So I hope that we'll see this picture more often. And at the end, I have to confess that it's not a matter of ITMC. It's not a matter of ITMC. What I have to do is to learn to teach my students to use technology, to communicate, to understand the impact of media, to live in an information era, to interact in a global economy. I cannot modify that. This is what I have to do. Not ITMC, not Pascal, not C++, not Java. No. To be a world citizen living in a competitive world. That is what I have to do. That is the message for my students. Well, thank you very much. Thank you. If you have questions, please. Thank you for your presentation. A lot of interesting projects, a lot of questions. We have now a lot of questions. Who wants to start? I was afraid of it.
How realistic do you think it will be to implement some of these technologies or learning methods on a broader basis? Because I think to a certain extent it will depend on how much money will be invested in that, how quickly you can train teachers. It will probably not be teachers my age to go in for that. And one very provocative statement, probably the schools have not changed that much for 500 years because it was a kind of success story the way it was.
Well, there were a lot of questions. Education is expensive as a process. E-learning is learning at the end of the day. Any kind of letter you put in front of learning should be learning at the end of the day. You put e-learning is learning. B-learning, blended learning is learning. Mobile learning is learning. What kind of letter you want to put is learning. So e-learning as a subsystem of the education system is expensive. It's not cheap. We succeed to implement this in around 30 countries now. On my opinion, it is more expensive not to implement than implementing. And you named what kind of educational system linked to 2016, not to 2000 or 1990. What we have to understand as decision makers, policy makers, teachers, principals in schools, is that we have to invest in education, otherwise we will be independent only by declaration. If a country does not invest in education, will not be independent, ever. I didn't show you, but I can do it right now. I know that there are colleagues from UK here, and I don't know if they agree with me or not. However, I want to express this. I made a study and I put two layers, the map of UK and the map of Brexit. Those people who wanted to go out of the European Union. And the map of Brexit is exactly the map of regions with poor schools. On my opinion, that means that the tabloids, the cheap newspapers, win the war with the educational system. They consider that they make education in a country, and it's not only the United Kingdom. I can tell you as a Romanian that it's the same situation here in Romania. God save us. We lose the war with cheap media. We lose it. We are not able to develop critical thinking in our classrooms. We do not do it. So, yes, it is expensive. It's more expensive if we do not do it. That was, I think, only one half of the question. But in the break, we will continue to discuss it. Thank you. Thank you for the question.